And we're back at the place no better to restart racing here and get back into the series. We're in Bristol, Tennessee for the Bass Pro Shops NRA night race. Feels good to be back. It's been a little while. And of course the track that I have to start back on is short track racing. And aside from Martinsville, we have been pretty okay at short track racing. That's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out when we get out here. Let's go ahead and qualify. Still 3 stages. And I know we said the red Snap-on car was going to be our night race car, but I like this Reese's car. I've only used it once, so I figured we'd pull it out again and use it again. I am going to be a little bit rusty. I took a tiniest bit of a hiatus while I'm staying at home for a while. I mean, I've had to fill my days with something to do. So, a lot of disc golf.
All right.
But anyway, 17th qualifying place, looking good. Kyle Busch up there in 13th. If I remember correctly, he's in first. We're right behind him. He needs to drop some points here. Chase with his first pole. I think of all season. So, but we're going to hop right into it. Let's go ahead and start this. Kelly Blue Book car for Chase up front there. That's a nice one. Couple of different alternate cars here. We got the Reese Blue car. Let's go racing, boys and girls.
We're going green. Ready. Hammer down. Car on the outside.
And again, we went with a new spotter, if I remember last time around. We went with TJ Majors, who is actually a spotter for Joey Logano, who is also on Team Penske, so we might as well follow suit with another Team Penske spotter. That's a nice car, the white chocolate M&Ms from Kyle Busch. And we've got the Casey Kane 95, the Thorn.
Car on the outside now.
Sponsored car. That was one of my favorite cars in my career mode. The first car I ever drove was
Stay low.
the 95 in the Monster Energy Series. And then I went to drive the number 6 the year after. And the year after that, after making the playoffs, I got offered a spot in the number 42 of the now unemployed Kyle Larson. And at the time, he had just become unemployed, so I saw it as a legitimate chance to take his car. I raced with it for, well, I'm still racing with it, but I think it's been about 3 years in that. I'm doing some of the races, simming some of the races. Austin Dillon off the wall there. So, also I've kind of picked up Farm Simulator. Farming Simulator 17, it wouldn't be 19, because I don't want to pay $60 for a Farming Simulator at the moment. I'm having a lot of fun with it though. If you guys want to see that,
All right, you're clear.
I can do that for us. I mean, it's not a problem. I can absolutely fit that in somewhere. I'd make it a little ultra realistic.
Still there.
Just to keep it fun.
Inside. Bottom's clear.
Something that's, all right, Trevor Bain, move out the way. But no, if you guys want to see that series, do let me know down below in the comments. I've thought about doing an NFL series as well. The problem is I have NFL 18, which was an okay game. It wasn't a perfect game.
Yellow's out, back or down.
NFL, EA Sports hasn't been doing the greatest job with those games. I think 2K is actually going to take over in 2021, which I think will be real good for the NFL and for the game as a whole. But
green, driver.
I can do that game if you guys want.
Green flag. Car outside. All right, you're clear.
I'll take over as an owner.
20 laps to go.
I would rather take over for a team that needs to be somewhat rebuilt. Let's see if we can get some stage points here. We do need some points. I would love to stay up with some stage points. It looks like
outside now.
Who is that up front? 14. Clint Boyer. That's who it is. It's been so long that I'm forgetting guys' names. Chase dropping all the way back to 7th within the start of the race in that first caution there.
All right, you're clear there.
But no, Farming Simulator's been a lot of
Keep it
fun.
room, you're clear.
I would actually have a strategy. I would want to play a different map, though. I've been
Keep
playing
getting
the Slovenian map, is what I can only, or like Czech Republic map,
Careful.
is what I can
Still
only
there.
guess. Some kind of Russian-speaking country, I think, is what's on some of the buildings in terms of writing
Still there. All clear.
and stuff like that, signs and text and all that in the game. I would rather do the American map. It's a little bit bigger. I have a big plan for that as well. I might even be willing to try doing some online work with
Car
it.
high,
So
careful.
anyway, 16 laps to go in stage uno, and we're flying. Whoopsie!
All right, clear low.
A little rusty.
Yellow's out.
Little
Back
rusty. So I'm definitely going for some tires next time around. Allmendinger is up here. So is Kurt Busch, and
down. We're going green.
who was that in front
Be
of
ready here.
me? Oh, you know who that is? That's Larson.
Outside, outside.
And so if you guys want me to do my career mode, I guess I could start over.
You're all clear on
We could also do that for NASCAR, but I know I would like to do a second season of NASCAR. The one thing that I know is we won't be
Careful,
in
still
the
there.
number 2 next season, just to add some variety. And so if you guys have a specific driver, I think I had a list at one point. I'll have to go back and look. You better save that, Larson. You are on a straightaway. There's
still
no
there.
way you should be spinning unless you blew a tire. But I'll have to look into it and see what my list was. I got it copied
Careful,
down
still
somewhere. Anyway. Yeah. But no, I think I could do,
Clear
I
high,
think we
bud.
could do a farming simulator series. My friend Pedro, I'm kind of hoping to resume. I started doing that so I wouldn't have to do all NASCAR every day.
Got a car low now.
And that was fun.
Got one
I
down
deserved
low
that
now.
bump. Hey, Alex Bowman. Make the playoffs, buddy. I want to see you there. The Valvoline
Say
car.
hi, say hi. Still there.
That's a nice car. Kissing the wall. Just letting them know we're here. Giving a hug to Alex
there
Bowman on the other
inside.
side. Wow.
Outside.
Our tires don't like
You
us
got
right now.
room. You're clear there.
Pull out of this
Car on
turn.
the outside now.
Starting to get rough. 8 laps to go, and then we can get some fresh tires on this puppy. Bristol
Careful,
used to
go
be
back.
one of my favorite tracks. It's all right.
Use it if you need
It's
it.
definitely not my favorite anymore, but it's still up there. I like Charlotte Roval. It's one of my favorite
on the
tracks.
bottom.
Dover is still
Careful,
up there. I
still
do
there.
like Dover. But it's kind of hard to pick favorite tracks at this point. I really liked doing
Stay low.
Texas. I'm
Still
about
there.
to send Chase Elliott around and wreck
All
his
clear.
pole sitting night. I gotta stay top 5. I would love to stay top 5. It'll give me some stage points because I think we're starting to do that now. Or we started doing that about halfway through the season, and it's added a little more competitiveness to the whole stage here. Jimmy Johnson's been a little rough out of the gates this season. I don't know if he'll make. He should make the playoffs.
Outside. Clear high, bud.
I'll have to look. I know he's got some playoff points. And we've got Kyle right behind us as well, and that's a party nobody wants to come to.
Drop your speed, driver.
That was almost a perfect turn right there, aside from being on the apron a little bit. Kevin Harvick.
Car high, careful. All right, you're clear there. Car on the outside now.
Whoa. Kevin.
All right.
I don't want to have to
outside.
fight you, bro.
Hold your line. Got one outside.
Let me know if you guys would like to see a NBA 2K series
Still
as
there?
well. I would consider
There you go.
doing that. And so I usually play on the broadcast camera angle with 2K. But I can always try to do a different camera angle. Do like the 2K camera angle. I know a lot of people like that. Last lap. Come on. Catch him. Danica is up in the top 10. I think. She is. And we do get some stage points. Danica Patrick in the top 10. That's a good look. She's got some stage points now. We're going to go ahead and pit. I don't like what's going on the front right tire. And we moved down 19 spots. Nobody else really pitted, so hopefully
all right, man. You're coming to the green.
We'll be all right.
Almost ready.
David Reagan, that was one of the cars I think that was on that list. I know for a fact the front runner so far was Bubba Wallace in the 43. That was a big one.
Careful.
And let me know as well if you guys would like next season of NASCAR to be full length. Because if you want it to be full length, I think I could manage full length. I wouldn't mind. Obviously, it would take longer. It wouldn't be an everyday thing because I am not racing full length races every day. Or I can make them a little bit longer, maybe. I could do like 50%, you know. Full length would be awful. It's hard. The one race that I did this season that was full length with Brad's car, the Daytona 400, was what? 40 laps short of what it would have been. I think it's 160 laps. And my hands were cramping by the end of it. I don't drive with a wheel. If I have a wheel, it'd be a lot easier. But I don't. I'm waiting for Heat 5 to come out and the next system and get one of those. So. Yeah, I started taking up disc golf a lot more often. I did do, I've done disc golfing before, bit of a lightweight. Like I don't do it without one or two of my friends around to disc golf with, but I've been doing a lot more. I have gone to a course every once in a while with my buddy. We've kept to the distancing rules, but I've gotten a lot better. Thanks to him, I've been able to fix my form. I was not throwing it all that well, throwing the disc all that well, and I managed to tighten that up, get the form right, and I've got a lot of more power behind my shot. The only thing I need to practice is doing the step and practicing keeping my form tight, because I tend to fall out of my form every once in a while. I'll get real sloppy, and that's just me not paying attention to what I'm doing. But he's a really good disc golfer. He usually blows me out of the water, but the one course we went to after my form got somewhat fixed, he ended up being like a -1, and I was like a +1 or on par. And so in my free time, I did watch a couple of the old Disc Golf World Championships. Paul Macbeth won both of the ones I watched, I think. He's a 5-time world disc golf champion. I could not pick a favorite disc golfer if I tried. Also, I have taken a particular liking in Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills recently. I am traditionally a Cowboys fan.
Stay low, stay low. Careful,
but the one team that I root for above anything else is the Grizzlies, and maybe it's the fact that I picked it myself. Be very hard to leave the Cowboys and choose a different team, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. My nephew's first birthday was the other day, and I'm such a good Grizzlies fan that I sent him a Grizzlies duffel bag for him to travel with. For his parents to help him travel with, and it's got his name on it, as well as the Grizzlies logo.
Car on the outside now.
So,
all clear.
My brother and I argue a little bit. One of my younger brothers and I argue a little bit. He's more of a Raptors fan, and he says he wants to make the kid a Raptors fan. But my nephew will be a Grizzlies fan. I promise you that.
Careful.
I also will be starting a
All right, you're clear there.
podcast. It is going to be called The Hive, and that's going to be sports podcasting. I do talk about NASCAR a little
You're all
bit in
clear
the
up
first
top.
episode that I'm starting up. With the NBA being on hiatus, I named my pre-end of season
Car outside.
awards, and I think I make some pretty good points. So that episode should get
Hold
up
your line there.
soon, hopefully. I hope I can get it up
Outside.
in a timely manner.
Steady, driver.
Whoa,
3 wide.
Chase.
You're all clear up
I'm
top
getting
there.
a little rough around the
All
edges
around.
now. I need to tighten back up, get a little bit better. I think my tires are starting to wear. Hello.
Back it down, back it down.
Oh, don't mind
Grab the
me.
monster.
I'm just
Careful, still
wrecking
there.
everyone around here.
Got one outside now.
I think the next race is Darlington, and that's a throwback race, so we're going to have a real fun
Car on the
paint
outside now.
scheme for that.
All right, you're clear there. Last 10 laps, you gotta focus.
Last 10 laps, and this is where I kind of gave up a couple of spots last time. I ended up giving up a spot to
Car outside,
Danica
hold the
Patrick. And I'm
got
hoping
room,
to
you're
not
clear.
do that again with luck. Nine laps to go. Should I race Homestead? 100%. Should I do a big live stream for Homestead?
All clear.
Post that? And then make a separate video for an end of
Car
the
there
year
on the
analysis?
inside.
Maybe,
That
I don't know.
was a great lap.
I almost want to take over a driver who did really poorly this season, take over their car for next season. Somebody who I thought would be a lot better, but ended up not being very good at all. But we'll see.
Careful,
That's
still
definitely
there.
a possibility. I'd be open to doing that.
You got room, you're clear.
So the thing that opens up for is a lot more options, because I think Bubba Wallace should have been a lot better this year in game. Chase Elliott's starting to come around.
Got one peeking outside.
I think Alex
All right,
Bowman's
you're clear.
been a little rough. I think, well, let's see, Alex Bowman. William Byron's
All
young,
right,
and
clear
I think
outside.
he should have done a lot better. Kurt Busch has been okay. Eric
5 to go, you got
Almirola,
this.
he might be a fun car to take over. That's Danica Patrick's old car. I could always take over Danica Patrick's car as a 7. Since she's not racing anymore. But I don't think I will.
Got a
The
car
only
roll
thing I
now.
want to see
All
out of
right, you're
NASCAR
clear.
in Heat 5
there on the
is
inside.
free agency.
You're all
More
clear
for
on the bottom
everybody rather than just yourself. I would love to see
there. Still there.
Kyle Busch
Inside.
either retire or move on with a different team. I would love to see Brad Keselowski
Top
get
10
handed
stage. That's where the viewpoint.
blank check from Team Penske. I would love to see a lot of things. But all right, stage 2, 9th place. Not bad at all. We're going to pit with the rest of them. 8th place, so we moved up one spot. So it looks like somebody had some major repairs to do.
Coming to the green, driver.
Here we go.
Almost ready now.
Jimmy Jam and Joey Logano. Whoops! Wow!
Yellow's out. Back down.
My bad. My car opened up. Martin Truex is going to be headhunting for me. And I'm in first. Everybody else pitted. Maybe I'm not too bothered by
You're
this.
coming to the green. Be ready here. Green's out. Let's go. Car on the outside
All right,
now.
green's out. Let's cut off Jimmy Jam up here. Well, I tried.
All right, you're clear there. Inside.
He's coming back to the inside. These guys are fast at this track, man. Short track racing. Used to be one of my
Car there
favorite
on the
things, and now it's
inside.
one of the most difficult things I've ever done in my life.
Car on the outside now. You got room. You're clear there.
Gonna wreck somebody else. Just kidding. None of my accidents in this episode have been intentional.
Car
I
high,
know I've
careful
gotten pissed off at other drivers and wrecked them before,
Use it if you need it.
but not this time. I can't wait to go to the Roval. The Roval is going to be fun. That hurt, Kurt. Take a chill pill, bro.
There on the inside.
My guy, that's not nice. I can end you. Just wait. I've done it before. I will put you in a wall. So in my career mode in the Xfinity series, there was one guy who was real rough racing against me all the time. His name was Christopher Bell. He would always end up wrecking me or trying to wreck me. So in the final race, he ended up living to Homestead.
All right, you're clear there.
We are in the apron, the most dangerous part of the track to be on in Bristol. But anyway, we got to Homestead, and right before Homestead, he said I would never finish another race, and he was going to make sure of it. So I said, okay. Went to qualification, qualified right behind him. So I went out of my way every time he got close to me to wreck him. Took about 30 minutes longer than it should have to complete the race. I ended up winning still. That's the other thing. And Christopher Bell had his championship hopes destroyed. I probably would have gotten suspended if it was NASCAR for real. But you never know. 53 laps to go. We might have a green flag pit because of tire wear, but it's yet to be seen. Here comes Truex. I'm sorry, bro. I really didn't mean to wreck you. Just be nice. Oh, too hot. Too hot. That one hurt.
There on the inside.
And he's This is rough.
Right,
this is rough. We're bumping people everywhere. Martin Truex is going to think I was brake checking him there, and I promise I wasn't. Please don't hurt me. Just a little child. Not really a child. 21 years old. Gilliland, I need some help. Give me a screen. See, a lot more people are following my drive line. Bowman's right behind me. I wouldn't mind letting Bowman win a race, but I don't want to just give it up to him. He's got to actually work for it. Here's where he's going to pass me right here. Whoa! That was close. There we go. Truex is on the bottom. I know he wants to take my lane away from me, but we're going to use Corey LaJoy, hopefully, as a little screen here. We're not going to let him in.
Top 3, use it if you need it.
And wow, Casey Kane is going to be the tough brake driver if he's not careful. If he doesn't start shaping up. He was in like 7th place, and all of a sudden, maybe he got involved in an accident, but all of a sudden he's back in 39th. Or 38th, almost dead last, and now we got Trevor Bayne behind, or not Trevor Bayne, Clint Boyer right behind us. Clint Boyer's been doing iRacing, and I've been watching. He's been all right. Jeff Gordon made his return, well, his debut / return to racing 2 weeks ago.
Careful. You got room. You're
but it's
clear
been kind of fun to watch the iRacing. A lot of the younger guys are coming up, not as experienced drivers. Timmy Hill has won a race. Alex Bowman's won one. William Byron, I think, has won 3, but he's easily the most decorated iRacing driver out of any of the pros that are there. Jimmy Johnson raced. Bubba Wallace raced, got dropped by a sponsor, and now is signed by Sunoco for iRacing. Who else is there? Jimmy Jam is there. He's not as good as you would think. He's had a lot of trouble.
Still there?
Let me think. Who else is there? Daniel Suarez is there. He's had some anger issues.
Stay low.
He actually got sidelined and
use it if you need it.
basically kicked out. Not kicked out, but he definitely got sidelined for a race because of the he intentionally went at some guys. Yeah, Bubba Wallace rage quit a race. I think it was actually Bristol, funny enough.
Clear.
He rage quit at Bristol, and he was sponsored by Blue Emu on the front of that car. And the minute he did that, Blue Emu was like, nope, we're dropping you. And Blue Emu was a sponsor
Hold your line. Got
on
one
the
outside.
real asphalt as
Clear
well.
out, bud.
He had Blue Emu as a sponsor in real life as well, and they dropped him in real life too. So kind of a tough break, but he got snatched up by Sunoco real quick, and I can't remember the last time I saw Sunoco on the front of a car. It's been a while. So give you guys another camera angle here since we're sitting pretty right now. Still in second, but I'll take second place any day. Matt DiBenedetto. Leader is up by 4 seconds. I think he's fast enough to the point where he's just gonna, yeah, it's Jimmy. Will Jimmy win a race?
You're clear.
He's fast enough where I fully expect him to just create a big gap and just not even let me come back from it. So we're still dealing with guys behind us. We're not really cut and dry out in front of the rest of them. And so well, as long as we can hold this spot, we'll be fine. Again, we're in the playoffs. We are way in the playoffs. There's no way we're not. So
all clear.
Getting into tight space here. Let's
You're all clear up top.
go into third person again. Boyer has showed up again. Real tight coming out of the turns. He's actually catching us. And Jimmy Johnson is now in lap traffic, which is going to help us. We might be able to catch him. Let's just hope there's not a caution. I can't wait for the playoffs to start. It's going to be so much more meaningful at this point. We've won 5 races this year. We won at New Hampshire, won at Daytona first race of the year. That was a little awkward.
All right, you're clear.
Yeah, it's been fun. Had a lot of fun doing this. I'm willing to do another season if this one is continuing the popular. It's the most popular series on my channel. Funny enough, even with me doing my friend Pedro, which has gotten little to no views. I don't think anybody's interested in that.
Careful, still there.
That's okay though.
You're all clear up top there.
I got to do a little bit more variety here and there. Harrison, oh no. Clint's going to go to the inside. Sorry, buddy, I had to bump you. I'm sorry, I know. I'm supposed to be your best friend. Michael McDowell was another option. So we got Bubba Wallace, Michael McDowell. I don't remember who else. Beats me. Jimmy is still about 4 seconds ahead, but I think he's a little bit closer than he was before. We're slowly closing whatever gap we have. And now I've got Truex behind me, which might be more of a problem than Boyer. Yep, here he comes.
All clear.
38 laps to go.
Car on the outside now.
And how many laps left? We'll see after this. I haven't been paying attention.
You're
There's
clear
Timmy Hill right there. .27 laps left. Is it enough to have a green flag pit stop for tires? I would have to wait and see when everybody else goes.
All right, you're clear there.
Because if they go, I might just do a set of right side tires while everybody else does. Because if you look at my little graph up here, my right side tires are really hurting. The other tires aren't great, but they're okay. I feel like I could deal with them if I had some right-hand tires. If they pit, I'll do right-hand tires while they'll probably go for a or a 4-tire change. That's just where we would have to pick what we wanted to do.
Car on the outside now. All right, you're clear.
All right, here's where we're going to get a good screen. If I can catch up to these guys. Move, move, move. I'll bump you. Yep.
Careful, still there.
And Truex now is on the inside of us. All right. Let's swing back to the inside. We're going to try to take this back. That was bad. I swung outside, got real tight, and lost the position right away. It'll happen. You hate to see it.
Stay on the bottom. Careful, still there. All right.
I wish I could edit some of my stuff a little bit better. If I manage to edit some of my stuff, I might play some different, some longer games, bigger games.
Stay low,
but I think Madden
Careful,
might be a
still there.
legitimate chance. So I've got a set of sliders that I'm going to use to keep it more realistic. I've been testing them out, and they seem pretty good.
Caution.
So there's a caution. Everybody's going to pit. I'm not taking fuel. I'm taking right side tires, no repairs. Let's see where this spits us out. 7th. Wow. Okay.
We're going green.
Really don't know what they go in for. Is it
Almost
fuel?
ready now. Green flag, green flag.
But I've got my tires now. This is all I ever wanted. I had a
Stay low.
dream.
Careful, still there.
I got everything
Hold
I
your line. Got one
wanted.
outside.
Ooh, maybe it wasn't such a good idea just to go for right-hand tires. Maybe I should have done all of them. Maybe, wow, maybe I should have done all of them. That was really tight. That hurt really badly. I might have to go in.
Car on the outside now.
I might have to pit because it might not
You're
make a
all clear
difference
up top.
one way or another. I think Jimmy Johnson is going to walk away with this race. He's got clearly the fastest car out here. He's going to be leading the most laps, but we won't get away without stage points, and that's a good thing. We got stage points both rounds. Like I said, we could literally drive around in circles just being a fixture. I just want to keep it real and keep it competitive. But realistically, in my career mode, I would just be driving around, completing races, making sure I'm finishing fairly high, but at the same time,
Careful, still there.
just trying to do our best to
You got room. You're clear.
keep our car together and actually finish races, because that's what'll get us the points.
Careful, still there.
That's what they also need to do. If you damage your car too much in a wreck or something, in NASCAR Heat 5, either only do it for career mode or have an option that you can do. But your car does need to be able to have DNFs, in my opinion. If you wreck your car too much, you'll either have a very extended pit stop or a DNF. That's what I still want to see. It happened back in Inside Line, which I really liked. Inside Line was fun. I had it for the Wii. And if you hit your car against a wall too hard, you would get a DNF. And that was a big thing for me. I might throw it back. I might be willing to throw it back. If I can get my hands on an older game, maybe I'll go with an older NASCAR game. Maybe I'll go with
Car there on the inside.
15, my personal
Keep digging.
favorite.
10 to go. All clear. Got a car low
10
now.
to go. Let's stay top 10. Harvick, you want to pass? Go ahead. You're in 14th. We've lapped you.
Drop
Yeah,
your
he did a
speed, driver.
4-tire change. I don't know why. Somebody blew up in front of us, it looks like. Either they blew up or they just hit the wall
That car in
real
front of you
hard,
is coming to
but
the pit.
they're going to the pit. We've still got, oh, yep, Casey Kane. Looks like his car may have blown up. Oof. That was kind of rough. I don't know if you guys saw the front of his car, but it was kind of bad. It was definitely rough. Logano's back there. I think that's Menard, not Blaney. But you can never know. They both have neon yellow cars that they'll drive every once in a while. So 10 to go. Let's hang on to a top 10 spot here. If we can break top 5, great. If not, satisfied with the 10th place win. Or a top 10 finish.
Still there.
I know it's going to sound crazy, but I also got to watch a Mission Impossible movie for the first time. It was really good.
Right, you're clear there.
It's a really good movie.
5 to go, driver. Still there.
Tom Cruise is a great actor. I know Tom Cruise from Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat, which was another movie he did. Ooh, hello. Almirola is in first, and look at this. We're going to slide to the inside and take the lead. Is the tires what did it? I don't know, but with Hemrick here, we can screen off half of that racing field here. Let's see if we can hang on to it. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little scared, but we managed to take the lead with 3 laps left.
Careful, still there.
Logano's behind us, so Team Penske working together. Does he need a win?
Top 3, use it if you need it.
If he needs a win, I don't mind screening and letting him go, acting like a teammate, but I don't think he does. Almirola is the one behind us now. We're really going to have to start shielding here, and I'm going to do some major blocking now that Logano's fallen a couple spaces back. If I really wanted to help him, I should have just let him pass right away. But one more time. Come on. Busher, you better move. Thank you. Used to call him Boucher.
Still there.
Let's go.
Great job, driver.
W at Bristol, boys.
It's yours.
Sounds good. Let's do a burnout. Way to come back. A return to NASCAR. And we get to burn out first race that we come back. The draw tie number 2 gets a sticker added to it. Let's park this thing right over here. It's been a while since I looked at the standings, but check that out. If we could just get a picture of our car sitting there. Anyway, let's go to victory lane. Good race. Good race. I didn't expect to win that. Look at that. 5 wins on the season. Logano's got 2 wins. Okay. There we go. So, we're catching up to Kyle. He keeps getting these stage points, which pushes him up. There we go. There we go. Brad K. Fastest lap belongs to Kevin Harvick with a 17.293. Jimmy Johnson led the most laps with 53 led laps. It was sad. He fell back, didn't win. On the move driver is us. Finished first, started 17th, and then Casey Kane, like I said, started 11th, finished 40th. He did crack the top 10 at one point in the race. Top 5, actually. I think he was 4th. And just fell from there. It was rough. He ended up having his car blow up and pulling into the pit. So let's finish the event. I think up next is Darlington. So we'll see you guys then.